Hello everyone, my name is Hannah. Welcome to a new video and welcome to a new weekly reading vlog. So I figured I would try to quickly update you on what I am reading. I'm sure you saw from the opening clips what book I was reading, but I am reading Once Upon a Broken Heart. I don't have the dust jacket for this. I found it at a Half Price Books and it didn't have the dust jacket on it, but I decided to buy it anyways because this is a special edition and it's signed. So I'm okay that it doesn't have a dust jacket. I might actually like buy a really cheap copy on Pango Books and use that to like replace my dust jacket. It won't be the same like exclusive edition. I think this is the Barnes & Noble exclusive edition. But anyways, I started this last night and I've made it quite a ways into this. I'm almost done with it. I'm on page 319. So I just have this little chunk left. I think it's less than 100 pages. And so far, I'm really liking this. I think it's very like magical and I really like the whimsy of the setting. I think this would have been great to read in wintertime. If I would have known that this was more of like a winter setting, I probably would have saved it. But either way, I'm really enjoying it. I think I'm starting to get into my fantasy mood again, and this was just like ticking all the boxes. So I'm really liking it. I have already ordered a copy of the sequel, which is called The Ballad of Never After, and so I'll be picking that up, I don't know, within the next like month or so, I would say, because I'm just really enjoying this. It's just like a fun little time. Yeah, it's not like the most incredible book I've ever read, but it's definitely a really fun time and I'm really enjoying myself and it's going really, really quickly. So I will very likely be going to finish this right now. And then I'm probably gonna watch a few episodes of Once Upon a Time because I'm just really loving that show lately. After I finish Once Upon a Broken Heart though, I'm not sure what I want to read next. I have a bunch of different books that I can choose from. I'll probably end up picking maybe A Love Letter to Whiskey by Candy Steiner because me and my best friends are gonna be buddy reading that. And I think we're supposed to start it this week, so maybe I'll pick that one up next, but I'm still like feeling fantasy, like I said, so maybe I'll want to pick up a fantasy book. I don't know. But yeah, I just wanted to pop in and film the intro for this and talk about Once Upon a Broken Heart since I am going to go finish it right now. Okay, I finished Once Upon a Broken Heart and I'm gonna give it 4 stars. I really, really liked this and I'm really excited to get to the sequel. I just thought this was like a super fun time, just like I was saying. So if you haven't picked this up yet, and you're in the mood for like just like a quick, fun, kind of whimsical fantasy, definitely give this a shot. This is like exactly what I'm in the mood for at the moment. I am going to be starting A Love Letter to Whiskey by Candy Steiner next because I'm buddy reading this with the besties. So hopefully I like this one. All I know is that it's a romance. That's literally all I know about it. So hopefully this goes well. Hello everyone. It is, what day is it? Tuesday? It's Tuesday evening now. I just got done watching my couple episodes of Once Upon a Time, living my best life. I'm just loving it. I'm just loving it. I actually started watching it in season 2 because there's a character that I wanted to watch, okay? And I wanted to see if I would be interested in the show. So that's where I started to see if I could get invested. And I got invested. I'm invested in the story now. And so I went back and now I'm watching season 1. So I'm partway through season 1. Once I finish season 1 and catch up to where I did actually start, then I'll move on to season 3 because I finished all of season 2. So listen, I don't know why. Like if I watched Once Upon a Time and somebody told me that they watched it that way, I would be so mad. I would be so mad. Like, that's so dumb. And I hate that I did that. But I wouldn't have cared enough to like even try watching it if I didn't watch it in season 2 when I did. I'm just making excuses. Anyways, that's not not what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about my reading update, which is that I started and finished a book, and that book was A Love Letter to Whiskey by Candy Steiner. This was a buddy read with all of my besties, Rachel, Lachlan, and Cami, and I'm really glad that I got this one. This was a gift from Cami, so thank you, Cami. But yeah, this is a like messy romance, basically, where it's just these two over the span of years. Like, they meet in high school and the timing is just never right for them, and like they want to be together so badly, but everything is just like working against them, basically, and it's very messy. It's not the most healthy of relationships, but like apparently I find that really entertaining and enjoyable to read about. But yeah, I'm pretty sure I read this all in a day. I think I read this all today. I did. And I did really like it. So there are a couple things you should know about going into this book. If you do not like cheating in your books, maybe steer clear of this one, because there's a couple instances of cheating. Normally I don't like cheating in books, but I didn't like that in this book either. Like, that was one of the things that like irritated me about this book, but overall I was still rooting for the main couple. So I ended up giving this 4 stars. I did really like it. I would pick up more from Candy Steiner, but yeah, I'm just glad that I read this one. I thought that the writing was really good. I liked all of the like analogies to whiskey, like the alcohol, and like how she wrote about it. I really liked that. So 4 stars for that one. And now I have to decide what I'm going to be picking up next. And I have a whole stack of books over there that I could choose from. I surely do. But I just really want to reread Magnolia Parks. I just really want to reread it. So I'm not going to fight it. I'm just going to reread it. And I'll probably listen to a different book on audiobook while I'm reading this one. I'm not sure what that's going to be. Probably one of the many books that I bought on audio for the Audible sale. I think I bought somewhere close to 14 audiobooks today. So maybe one of those. But some of them, like the deals, they were like $3.50 for an audiobook. That's crazy. Anyways, so yeah, I think I'm just going to stop trying to fight it, because I do this a lot with rereads where I don't want to reread things because I know how many books I have yet to read that I haven't read yet. And so I kind of fight it a little bit, and I'm just going to stop doing that. I'm going to read what my heart wants me to read, and my heart wants me to read Magnolia freaking Parks. So that's what I'm going to read. All right, hello. It is Wednesday night. It's Wednesday night now, and I have a little update for you again. So I started listening to the audiobook for Love and Other Words on my way to work this morning, and I just had so many opportunities today to listen to my audiobook on my lunch break, on my prep time where I was like printing a lot of stuff and stapling things and getting things organized. So I didn't need my full brain power for that, so I could multitask, which was really nice. So I got pretty far into this. I am on page 287 now. So I got like a huge chunk listened to. And then on my run, I just listened to the audiobook for this. So I got to page 287. So I'm very, huge chunk in. I have just a little bit left, which I will probably finish tonight. I am just about to go eat dinner. Brandon is cooking a very delicious taco casserole, so that's almost done, and then I'll probably be finishing this, and then I'll be watching more Once Upon a Time. That is my nightly routine now, is to read a book, watch some more Once Upon a Time. I did not manage to start Magnolia Parks today. I obviously just listened to the audiobook when I was at work, like doing tasks that I could. And then now that I am home, I'm just like, I just kind of want to finish this because I have like, what, 100 pages left? A little over 100 pages left of this. So at this point, I'm like, I might as well just finish this. I'm really loving Love and Other Words. This is a second chance romance, and I I can't believe that I'm saying this, because if you would have asked me last summer if I liked second chance romances, I would have told you flat out no. I avoided them, and now I've just found so many second chance romances that I really, really love, especially these ones with dual timelines where you see what happened like when they were younger and just like first falling in love, and then they had some sort of falling out that you don't know about, and now you're seeing them in the present time so many years later, and like just the flip-flop between the two timelines. I just really, really enjoy that. So yeah, I'm really liking this one. It's definitely giving the vibes that I was hoping for, and I do really like Christina Lauren's books. I like their books. So there's been a few that I haven't liked, to be honest. So sometimes it's hit or miss, but this one definitely is hitting. I hope that the ending, like the last little bit, I still also enjoy, but if it keeps going at the rate that it's going, I'm sure that I'll love it. So yeah, that is just my little update for right now. I just wanted to pop in because I feel like every night I pop in and say, hey, I'm finishing this book. So this will be my third book in 3 days, which is quite impressive. But yeah, I will probably start Magnolia Parks either later tonight, or I'll just save it for tomorrow or this weekend maybe. Maybe I'll just read it this weekend. You know what? That actually sounds like a good plan. Now that I've vocalized that, that sounds like a plan. That sounds like the plan for me. I'm just gonna save it for this weekend, because then I never have to like stop, really. Then I can just keep reading it. So I'll just save it for this weekend, and I'll read other things until I can read it this weekend. I'm glad we had this talk. Hello, it's Friday night. I know it looks like I never move from this spot and never wear anything besides my Valentine hoodie. I do move from this spot, but I wear this hoodie all the time. I live in it. But I do have a lot of updates for you. Okay, first update is I did finish Love in Other Words by Christina Lauren. I really loved this. It's definitely one of my favorite second chance romances. Basically all the stuff that I said before. I like the dual timeline. I like how it was told. I ended up really liking the ending of it. I think I ended up giving this like a 4 on Goodreads, but I was like teetering between a 4 and a 4.5. So it was really, really good. I really like this. It definitely deserves the hype that it has. So I'm really glad that I read this. So I did finish this one. Then I picked up and finished a whole other book after that one, and that was One True Loves by Taylor Jenkins Reid. This is basically about this woman who like marries her high school sweetheart. They're like super in love. He goes off on a trip somewhere and ends up getting in a helicopter crash and is presumed dead. And then she grieves him. She like builds her life back up after that terrible tragic loss, and she meets someone else and starts to fall in love with that person, and they get engaged. And then 3 years after her husband was in the helicopter crash and she's engaged to this other guy, he calls her and ends up like being alive. He survived that. He was on an island somewhere and ended up surviving, and now he's home. And so she is warring between this old true love that she had when she was younger and thinking she had lost that and grieving it and moving on from that, and then meeting someone else and falling in love with them. And so she's like trying to figure out which love she wants to stay with, basically. So it's very emotional. It's really well written. I really liked it. It tells you the story of like both loves and like watching her fall in love with both of them, and then like the present scenario where she's like trying to decide like what she should do. And I just really liked this one. It was super fast paced. I read it in a single day. It was really, really good and made me tear up. Like just the thought of this situation really gets to you. So yeah, I really, really liked this one. I ended up giving it 4 stars. And then I picked up another book, and that is You Deserve Each Other by Sarah Hogel. So I got 72 pages into this one and DNF'd it. I hate this book. Like, I know I didn't read very much of it, but honestly, I didn't need to. Like, there's nothing that could have happened in the rest of this book that would have made up for the shit that was these first 72 pages. So basically, if you don't know, this is a second chance romance. It's this couple who are getting married and they hate each other. They don't like each other. They don't get along. They hate each other. And either one of them wants to back out of the wedding. And so they just bicker back and forth and are passive aggressive to each other and refuse to talk to each other and are pretending that they're still in love and still excited for this wedding. But neither of them really are. And I'm assuming, as it is a romance novel, a rom-com, if you will, that there's going to be some ensuing shenanigans and they're going to realize that they actually do really love each other and that they have feelings for each other and that they're going to get married at the end. That's my guess of what happens to this. But I don't think they should end up together. I want this to be a tragedy because this was terrible. Like, they were so immature and they wouldn't talk to each other at all. They were having all these feelings and it's like, why would you not? Like, how are you going to marry this person out of spite? It was so irritating. The way that they interacted, I was like, why are you two even together still? Like, break up. Don't be together. You don't, like... Also, the main character, Naomi, is so stupid. I hated every single page that I read of this. I hated it. Anyways, I DNF'd it. I just wanted to rant about it for a little bit because I absolutely hated it. And if you're thinking about going into my comments and saying, no, you should have kept going, it gets so much better. No, I don't care. I don't care if you think that it gets better. Nothing could happen that makes this worth it. No. Well, that rant is over. I have an unboxing. Now I'm all whipped up. Stupid book. This is a Pango Books order. And it is, oh wow, it's in really good shape. This is Caraval by Stephanie Garber. I tried reading this before and I think maybe I just wasn't in the mood for it or something, but after reading and really, really liking Once Upon a Broken Heart, I want to give this another shot. I do remember like the very beginning of this, but I want to give it a shot because I know one of the main characters from Once Upon a Broken Heart is in this series, and I just feel like fall is the good time to read this. I'm gonna give it a shot. I got it on Pango Books for pretty cheap, and it looks like it's never been read. It looks brand new, but I'm intrigued and I want to read this. I don't know if I will read this or try to read this before I pick up the sequel to Once Upon a Broken Heart, but I do want to read this. So there's all of my updates. I don't know what I want to read next. Tonight I am watching Nightmare Before Christmas with my besties, Rachel, Lachlan, and Cammie, and we're gonna have a little movie night, and I probably won't read anything tonight. And then tomorrow I'm going boating with some of my friends, so I'll be doing that for part of the day, and then I'll probably read. I'll take you along with me for some of those fun things because I don't think I've gotten really any B-roll at all for this vlog, and I've just been like sitting in this exact same spot talking the whole time. So let's change it up a little bit.
This is as good a day as any to start the rebuilding of life. The roads that lay open are many when the old one's gone under the knife. And I can feel the sun on my skin. as any to see the horizon in the far. Excuses were 2 for a penny, but they've all gone out the window of this car. And when I feel the wind on my face, all that ever was is a race. Today and not tomorrow, there's no time to borrow. Today, well, something's gotta give. Today is a good day. Today and not tomorrow, there's no time to borrow. Today, well, something's gotta give. Today is a good day to today and not tomorrow, there's no time to borrow. Today, well, something's gotta give. Today is a good day. Today and not tomorrow, there's no time to borrow. Today, well, something's gotta give. Today is a good day. Today is a good day. Today.
All right, Brandon and I decided to go to Goodwill this morning, and I wanted to show you my finds I scored. So I got this little like ceramic haunted house. Ellie is just chomping away at her breakfast, if you can hear that. But I have a little Halloween village, and I thought that this would be so cute to go with it because it's just got like a little bat on the top and a ghost. And then I found this little candle holder that's like a pumpkin. It's got a little door, little window. It's like a pumpkin house. And you just put a little candle in there. I thought it was cute. And then my other fall thing, I found this cute little scarecrow that like sits on the edge of something, but he's so cute. Look at his little face. I love him. And then my final find was this adorable little flower fairy. I collect fairy figurines, and she was just so cute. And she was only like $4. Such a steal. is Sunday evening now, and I did finally manage to start my reread of Magnolia Parks. I haven't gotten very far in. I'm on page 78, so I'm just in the beginning bits of it, but I'm really enjoying my reread, and I've already added a few new tabs and highlighted and underlined certain things again. So yeah, I'm having a great time, and I just love the writing in this, and I love these characters so much. So I'm really excited to continue reading this. But I think I am going to end this reading vlog here. So if you made it to the end of this video, leave the book stack emoji since I read so many books this week. I really did read a book stack. Don't forget to click like and subscribe down below to help support me and my channel. I'd really appreciate it. And I will also leave my socials linked down below if you want to follow me on any of those. And thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you all in my next one. Bye!